Hi, I'm Fawn Annan, President and Group Publisher at ITWC.
And I'm Jim Love, Chief Digital Officer at ITWC.
Keeping up with online marketing news and tactics can take hours.
That's why we bring you top marketing news and insights every week.
Welcome
to CMO Digital. It's the time of year when Canadians drag their pumpkins to the curb and retail stores start marketing for the holidays.
This year, 70% of Canadians will use their smartphones to holiday shop in-store.
TappedMobile, App Promo, and Brandspark polled 1,000 Canadian shoppers about how they use their mobile devices when they're shopping.
Here's how Canadians will use their devices in-store before they purchase.
60% will use their phone to take pictures of products they want to buy.
55% said they'll use their phones to research a product's features.
46% of Canadians will use their phones to read consumer reviews.
There's a lot of pressure on retailers to stock items at competitive prices this year. More than 60% of Canadians expect to use their phones to compare gift prices, and more than 50% will use that information to take advantage of price match guarantees.
Prepare for tech-savvy customers this holiday season. Make sure your website's mobile-friendly and include plenty of credible consumer reviews.
Keep an eye on your competitors' pricing. You can either match prices, have store discounts, or hold contests to keep your prices down. Since their merger with Omnicom fell through last year, Publicis Group has made a $3.7 billion gamble.
They bought Sapient, a marketing and technology services company, for a whopping $3.7 billion.
Since Sapient's birth as an IT company in the 90s, it's gone through a few major acquisitions. Today, Sapient is a global player in digital marketing and consulting.
Publicis hopes buying a technology-based marketing company will help them compete with consultancies and digital marketing firms.
However, they're getting some criticism about the acquisition from industry leaders. Martin Sorrell, chief of WPP Group, said Publicis was acting like a jilted lover after it split with Omnicom.
Brian Weiser, senior research analyst at Pivotal Research Group, says a deal with Interpublic Group, another of the big four advertising companies, would have been a better deal for Publicis.
Publicis argues the new entity, Publicis.Sapient, brings the company's digital revenue up by 50%, 3 years earlier than they had planned.
The CBC reached 86% of Canadians during the World Cup this year. This included fans watching on TV, smartphones, tablets, and on the web.
We think of the CBC as a broadcaster and innovator in the digital space, but they're really a measurement powerhouse. The CBC enlisted Adobe Analytics for real-time updates on viewership.
Every 10 seconds, Adobe can measure how many people are watching your program, how many are watching to the end of a segment, and at what point they leave, and what kind of device they use.
The CBC was able to use this information to adjust their programming real-time, depending on the audience's response.
J.D. Nyland is the Director of Product Management at Adobe Analytics. He says you can see the level of engagement as people interact with the video or the ads. Programmers or sponsors are able to make decisions even quicker, to the point where they can even change the content or order of the ads during the game.
For this week's shout-out, we turn it over to Brian Jackson, editor for itbusiness.ca.
Our shout-out this week goes to Marie Hattar at Checkpoint Software. Marie joined the security software firm as Chief Marketing Officer earlier this year. Before that, she was the Vice President of Cisco's Enterprise Networking and Security Division. Marie is a rare marketer with a technical background, and she's Canadian. Marie graduated with a degree in electrical engineering from the University of Toronto, and she has an MBA from York University. Watch out for Marie's profile in our A CMO to Know section. If your company has exciting news or makes a change in its executive team, shoot us a tweet at CMO Digital. You'll have a chance to be featured in next week's shoutout.
That wraps up this episode of CMO Digital. I'm Fawn Annan.
And I'm Jim Love. That wraps up this episode of CMO Digital. If you like the program, follow us at CMO Digital for marketing news all week long.
You can listen to this week's episode on iTunes or read the corresponding article on itbusiness.ca under CMO Digital.